Hi guys, happy Tuesday. So, you were asked to read pages 4 through 7. Okay, so let's go over pages 4 through 7. So, on page 4, this was a quick insert about a curious boy. So, this is just giving you an overview of Thomas Edison and who he was. Okay, one thing I found very interesting was people consider him one of the greatest inventors of all times. I find that very interesting. I actually believe because of him, we have a lot of things that we take advantage of today. So let's go to page 5, Young Out. On this page, it starts telling you about how gives you Thomas Edison's full name, tells you when he was born. It kind of tells you about how he was in school in this paragraph. So let me ask you this. Do you find that Thomas Edison was not into school because he found it boring, or do you think he just wasn't into school because he wasn't able to be himself? Okay, so let's think about that. So as you read, you notice that Thomas Edison loved to learn, but back in these days, it was all like memorizing and just learning facts. His mother takes him out of school. His parents allow him to get a job at 12 years old. Could you imagine working at 12 years old? He had a science lab. At 12 years old, he had a science lab inside the train, okay, because that's where he was working at. He also lost his hearing at a young age, okay, so he was pretty much deaf. When I was 15, he saved a young boy's life. I find that very, very remarkable. Okay, guys, I'm going to pause real quick. Okay, on page 6, it talks about how he saved someone's life, which is very remarkable. And then the child's father offers him an apprenticeship, and this is where Thomas becomes very familiarized with the telegraph, okay? This is when he learns about the telegraph and how the telegraph is a necessity in life. This is when he decided that he could improve the telegraph, and he begins to invent a more better version of the telegraph. So now you can send 2 messages and receive 2 messages or more instead of having to send a message and then you wait for another message. Now, on this page, we also find out that Thomas Edison actually had an invention that did not do well. Do you know what invention that was? You're right. His electric volt counter was not successful, okay? So he did have something fail, but do you think that stopped him? Do you think that discouraged him from continuing in his success? No, it didn't. Okay, so what I would like you to do for next week is, not next week. What I would like for you to have read for Wednesday is pages 8 through 11. And then I'm going to attach your word work. We are still continuing with word ladders. Okay, and then I'm going to give you a question for you to answer. Okay, bye guys.